Hey Frugivore, welcome back to the Banana Girl channel. So today's video, we are going to react to Abbey Sharp, what she feeds her 8-month-old baby on Instagram, the what I eat in a day as an 8-month-old.
Eat apples and bananas.
And I have done videos on Abbey Sharp and what she feeds her children and her giving Alan Fisher crap about what she was feeding her children, saying it was sufficient. It was just a big old mess. And I'm going to link to those videos. Definitely check them out. There was a lot of work in them.
Breakfast. Today's having some avocado now. I just finished working out. And now we're having breakfast together. We're going to have papaya and avocado.
When I see a YouTuber being out there, sharing their life and recommending to other moms what to feed their babies, I have to put my expertise hat on.
And so I'm going to be uploading daily videos here now on the Freelee Banana Girl channel. I was on the Frugivore Diet channel for over 3 months, daily uploads. If you haven't seen them, go and see them. And it was a bit of an experiment to see how the algorithm went. And the views, the amount of people I'm actually reaching are going down as my subscribers are going up. So it just... some very fascinating algorithmic things going on there, right? A little bit of magic by YouTube. So I'm not being suggested there. I already showed that in one of my other videos. So I'm going to try it. A bit of an experiment on Freelee Banana Girl channel. I'm going to upload daily here, these reaction style videos, Frugivore Diet, Royal 4 related videos. So hang around if you want to see more of them. Just do one thing. Just do one thing. Vote, whether it's an up or a down. Just do something. That interaction is really valuable. If you appreciate these videos and you want to see more of them, then that helps a lot and it helps spread the message. And leave a comment. What's your favorite fruit? Let me know what your favorite fruit is. Let me know who you want me to do a reaction to, okay? And I will try to get to them. So we know what Abbey Sharp was feeding her first child, right? It was just shocking, her first baby. Let's see what she feeds her second baby. Let's see if she has learned anything. Let's check it out. Okay, Frugivore, here we are on my Instagram page at Freelee the Banana Girl. Come and follow me. Come and follow this lost Frugivore returning home to the Garden of Freedom. And I just put up this reel yesterday and I'm just showing my physical results after 14 years as a nearly 41-year-old on a fruit-based diet and lifestyle. And you know I've got excellent blood tests up as well. So it's not just all about physical. So the proof is in the banana pudding. I'm not sure what else I have to show individuals to convince them that this lifestyle is amazing. I've got the long-term results. I've been this weight for over a decade. You know what I mean? It's a tasty, satisfying, healthy lifestyle. I recommend you check it out. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that so much. We're here to check out Abbey Sharp. And Abbey has actually blocked me on this page. So I have to go to my other page, the Frugivore Diet. Go and follow me there as well. The followers are definitely increasing. The word is getting out. Come and join the community. We are growing. And if you want to know about iron, where do you get your iron? The Frugivore Diet, check that out as well. I'm going to make more posts like this. So Abbey. Let's go, Abbey. So here is Abbey's Instagram page. I'm not sure how long I'm going to survive on this second page viewing her page. She'll probably block me soon. She has fruit all throughout her bio. She has an apple here. She has strawberry, cherries, and she's got healthy food. And then she's got cherries, banana. She's got banana, watermelon, and kiwi fruit. So, what? This is like really quite funny. All right. She is so against fruit meals. Like she's so against it, essentially against fruit, right? Hardly has it, restricts her baby's fruit intake, but she has fruit all throughout her bio because it is vibrant, it is bright, it is actually healthy. So very, very strange, right? Very strange. But that's Abbey Sharp. She's not being 100%, honest with us about, what is healthy and what is not, because she is sponsored. Remember that. She is sponsored by Meat and Dairy. So let's check out. I noticed that she's also doing reaction videos like I was on TikTok. So she's copied my TikTok reaction style as well. That's what Abbey does. She just copies. It's a business move. Unfortunately, her message is largely not positive, right? She's still eating animal bits and pieces and promoting them and shaming fellow fruit eaters on their portion sizes, even though they're healthy and they're getting great results. But Abbey's just angry. She's angry about fruit, right? She even restricts her baby's fruit intake. And I've even made a video about this, which I'm going to share a little bit today. But today, specifically, we are going to firstly look at what her 8-month-old eats in a day. Okay, so we know that dietitian Abbey Sharp has an irrational fear of fruit, a whole food. She would rather eat processed, high fat, high sugar, like refined sugar, junk food, rather than whole, fresh fruit. Please don't be like her. Please do not be irrational, okay? This is a perfect food for us. We're frugivores. We're meant to eat a lot of fruit. And I just had a big fruit smoothie myself, actually. So check out the fruit-based lifestyle. This is a lifestyle that is going to change your life forever. It's amazing. And I've lost over 40 pounds on a fruit-based diet and lifestyle. You can check it out in the Go Fruit Yourself ebook or the Raw Till 4 ebook, or my more of a transitional one, My Naked Lunchbox, but I highly recommend it for female empowerment reasons. Makeup, getting rid of the makeup. I haven't worn makeup in since November 2017, or dyed my hair, anything like that. And I talk all about that. You can get all my books, all of my life's work in one bundle. Check it out. Instant download. The ebooks are down below. Let's check it out, because we've seen before her, critiquing Alan Fisher and telling Alan Fisher that, her baby's diet is deficient. And I'm like, wow, she has a nerve. She has a real nerve. So let's have a look. This is a more recent one. I guess it's her new baby, I think. What my 8-month-old eats in a day, baby-led weaning idea. So she's on the baby-led weaning tag. It was trending. So that's what Abby does. She jumps on what's trending. All right,
I like to eat.
Wow. So you can see there's food all over the ground, it appears. A food. I don't know if it's food yet, right? I don't know exactly what that is, but you can see that the baby is rejecting that. The baby is saying no. The intuition from the baby is like, I do not want that, mum. I do not want that. You can see it, right? So just keep that in mind as we move forward.
Apples and bananas.
I'm very happy to see that there's some fruit there. A small amount, right, of our strawberry. The baby is 8 months old, though. Look, so she's got strawberries, oatmeal with banana, PB. So peanut butter. I would not be feeding. Let's just focus on the peanut butter for a start. Peanut butter is one of the most highly contaminated, nut butters that you can get. Okay, because it's finished with a whole lot of these, herbicides, pesticides, fungicides that are in the ground, even rat poison, because rats can come and eat the peanut, and the peanut shell is actually, quite porous, and it's a light shell, right? It's not like a macadamia shell. So all of these pollutants can get into the peanut, and they do. Please eat organic peanut butter. That's going to be better. And that's another one of the reasons peanut butter is high on the allergens list, because it does have a lot of this pollution, this industrial pollution that we are ingesting. And as an 8-month-old, that is shocking. Wow. I mean, peanut butter at all, it's tough on digestion for this new human frugivore, who's never going to get peanut butter in a natural setting. Okay, never going to ingest that. So it's going to be very tough on that little intestinal tract. And also oatmeal. Of course, I'm supportive of oatmeal. Of course, if you're an adult, you're eating oatmeal, okay. But I'm going to give you a human frugivore recommendation here. And oatmeal is not it for an 8-month-old baby. We have to talk about glyphosates here, because they are a huge issue with cereals, oatmeal, snack bars. As you can see from this article here, a study demonstrating that 43 out of 48 cereals, oatmeals, and snack bars they tested contain the herbicide glyphosate, which is classified by several agencies as a likely carcinogen. It is carcinogenic. It's going to store this in your body. And as an 8-month-old, this is heavy stuff. Glyphosate was found in all of the Cheerios. She promotes Cheerios, right? She is being paid by them. And these are the same breakfast cereals we feed our children, the same oatmeal we feed our babies, and the same snack bars we include in packed lunches and snacks. That's scary stuff. Consuming products containing glyphosates may have serious implications for children's health. So this is something you really have to keep an eye on for not only yourself, but your children. You can see here, right? Fruit is the safest food to eat because it comes in its own package. It has its own skin. It is just this whole food that hasn't been tampered with by humans. The safest food on the planet for adults and babies. Okay, oatmeal, how old are the oats? They're probably older than the actual baby. The baby is fresh to the world, new, fresh, hydrating. This wartime style food is not optimal. It's just not. And a smoothie, that is great, but it has Greek yogurt in it. It has bovine secretion, which contains a lot of naturally occurring hormones. that help the baby cow come back, the baby calf come back and suckle from the mother, because that's a survival, part of the survival mechanism, you know, have those hormones in there to keep the baby coming back, and also to double or triple its birth weight in the first 6 months of life. So you see a lot of these chubby babies getting around, right? Because they're having bovine secretion that is meant to rapidly gain weight on the baby calf. So we don't want that as a human frugivore baby, right? Does it make sense? Research shows that babies eating cow's milk and products made from cow's milk that contain casein can have a whopping 30% increase in intestinal bleeds and therefore significant iron loss in their stools. So the reality is here that baby E could easily be deficient in iron. Abby, this is serious. For the safety of your son, I recommend you omit the casein-heavy dairy products ASAP. Breast milk. Thankfully, there is some breast milk there, thankfully. But really, this should just be fruit. This is far too complex for a baby, human frugivore.
Like to eat apples
wow.
and bananas.
Okay. I like to eat apples and bananas. Isn't that ironic? And she's feeding her child this. It's really quite ironic. I just had to say that, right? So we have a cheese omelette. Let's just call it what it is. Cheese is a euphemism for rancid bovine secretion. That's what it is. It's like aged rancid bovine secretion. And then it is mixed in, fried in with reptile food, which is an egg. This is so far from what a human baby frugivore should be consuming. I just cannot believe that she's feeding her child. I can, but it's still shocking that she still hasn't learned. It has absolutely no fiber, fully saturated animal fat. It's just wrong. It is just wrong. And okay, great. There's some tomato, but a little slice of tomato. You know, most of the calories here are coming from that omelette. Okay, and from this dry wartime toast. And you know, again, I am supportive of bread as an option, but it's not a great option, okay, for adults even. So for a baby, this is very hard to digest, very hard. Old flour, it can be years old in the silo, and then the baby is trying to break that down into glucose. It's difficult. It's even difficult for adults. So there should be more fruit here, right? Breast milk and fruit. The baby's 8 months old. She's really trying to transition the baby, you know, like off the boob real quick, right? Steamed cauliflower. That's going to be very bland. Yes, it's a plant, but very, very bland. I bet he's going to be throwing that around, you know, because, okay, human frugivore milk, breast milk, is the highest, the sweetest, and the highest in carbohydrate out of any mammal on the planet. What does that tell you? I'll say it again. Human frugivore breast milk is the sweetest, the highest in carbohydrate out of any mammal on the planet, and the lowest in protein. As I speak about in my other video, Abby's protein obsession is not justified by science or by nature. I calculated how much protein Abby's 11-month-old baby E was getting from just one of these single flesh-filled dinners, and it amassed to a whopping 54 grams of protein. I mean, even the US nutrition guidelines for infants states that a 7 to 12-month-old infant needs just 19 grams of protein a day. And here she is not giving the child enough carbohydrate and fruit. He needs it. He needs the fructose.
Eight apples and
hang on, parmesan salmon? Where on earth would a human frugivore baby get hold of parmesan salmon, or of a whole, like a salmon, a massive ocean fish and river fish? You know, seriously? This is putting him at risk of methyl mercury poisoning, heavy metal poisoning as a little baby. Like, his microbiome is just going to be screaming at this lack of fiber. Wow. And this saturated animal fat. It's like, it's a big no-no. Egg noodles, can't even just do plain noodles. I mean, plain noodles, like, this is very, very hard to break down into the glucose that the human baby needs for brain function. They have a very high need for this fructose and glucose because they're fruit eaters. It's like monkeys, okay, the bonobo chimp. So the bonobo chimp, who has their closest relative primate that has a digestive system very similar to ours. And you know what that mama bonobo is feeding her baby? Breast milk and fruit. No egg processed noodles that are highly, highly, highly processed and has reptile infused into it, reptile food. And a fish. Do you think the bonobo is going to feed her baby fish? This is meant for a bear. This is like bear food. And then again, we got the like, where is the sweet fruit? You know, avocado is fantastic. It is one of the top transitional foods, you know, science says, for babies, which is fantastic. But there's not a lot of sweetness. There's not a lot of fructose. So the baby is going to be, Mum, what the fuck is this? Mum, seriously, the baby's going to be throwing this. You can see why the baby was throwing it, right? Broccoli, again, steamed. Get some bananas. Where are bananas? Some mango, some strawberries. You will see how he will load it up. But Abbey Sharp restricts. She restricts her baby's fruit intake. We've seen that. I've covered it in a number of videos. She's scared. She thinks fruit is equivalent to sweets, like refined high-fat cakes. She thinks it's equivalent and that he's going to get out of control. He's going to have some like obsessive disorder, like he's going to develop ED. But this is what she's doing. He's going to develop ED eating this way. He is going to develop it for sure early on. His instincts, like, look, it says here, keep in mind, most of this ends up on the floor. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? He does not want it. He does not want it. Why is she not listening to him? You know, like, he's obviously throwing it away because he's like, Mum, this is not food for me. I don't want this. He's new to the world. He has his instincts intact, but she is distorting them. Every time she feeds him, she's distorting his instincts. Wow, this is very obvious that he doesn't want this.
Eight apples and bananas. I like to eat.
Oh, so you can see there's broccoli there. You can see the broccoli to the left. He doesn't want the steamed broccoli. He wants fruit. He wants sweet fruit, mango, bananas, not steamed bland broccoli. And that's salmon. You can see that is salmon flesh there and some other stuff that is not fruit. Wow. You can't see fruit there, can you? He's not throwing the fruit around. And she must hate that. She just wants him to not be a fruit eater, I can tell. And, you know, I have a lot of experience with fruit eating families over the past 14 years. You can imagine, I've been around a lot of babies eating fruit. And you know what? They're not spitting it out. They love it. They're not spitting it out and throwing it everywhere. They are relishing it because they need the fructose. They need the glucose. They are growing. Their brains are growing rapidly. They need it. And she is saying no. She's depriving her child of fruit, and that is ED all over. So anyway, you can see,
apples and bananas.
There's an issue going on here. And I did make this video. We're going to quickly watch a little bit here, which is going to help you get more information. Like, this is really, I put so much work into this video and it is incredibly informative. Please check it out. Deficient. And before we move on, if you're looking for a lifestyle that is actually healthy and slimming long term, then check out my weight loss bundle. I've lost and maintained over 40 pounds of weight loss on a raw to 4 lifestyle without any calorie restriction, excessive exercise, caffeine, pills, or potions. So check out my weight loss bundle at thebananagirl.com. The link is in the description below. So Abby comments on Alan's son, Sandy, having only juice for his first meal.
When we're juicing, we're losing out on a lot of those really important fibers.
She says she doesn't like the lack of fiber. I do agree with Abby with the statement that fiber is important in our diets. It's important for many reasons. However, her critiquing Alan on fiber is obviously super hypocritical. If we have a look at her baby-led weaning plates, we see many examples like this plate loaded with fiberless, constipating animal products. Fiberless, constipating animal products. And that's what she is feeding him still. The cheese, the egg, the salmon. Like, I don't know what she thinks. Like, how does she think this is good for her baby? The dairy, the yogurt. You know, this is constipating animal food for animals, like for the species, not for our species. It's just insane that she thinks that eating more than one piece of fruit is unhealthy and that she's restricting her baby's fruit intake. This is going to end in like a disaster for him. It's going to end in an ED and he's not going to get the nourishment he needs to actually grow properly, you know? Like obviously you got to eat enough calories from fruit. That is important. And it's not like weird to do so. We are frugivores, you know, like it doesn't make any sense to think that we shouldn't be eating large fruit meals. Anyway, don't forget to go fruit yourself, and I will see you soon.